Good morning, everybody. Welcome. We are back for another sketch session here in the Foxy Studio. It's sweater weather now. We're on November 4th. Oh my God. You know something I just realized? This is John and I's dating anniversary. We started dating on election day back in 2011. I need to let him know. Okay, sorry. That's a real time realization. Um, So yeah, it's November 4th, nice and chilly. Um, we are going to be doing something a little bit different from what we've been doing recently. So in the past, as you know, I would roll prompts for animal mashups and go crazy making weird animals. But I've been doing that for a minute, and I want to try something new. So if you aren't familiar, hey there, Ellen, Linda, good morning. Uh, for those of you who don't know, I have a group coaching call every week with some Foxy Circle, like in our little Foxy Circle. And we've started doing a new thing where we're kind of theming each month and trying to kind of approach each month with that theme in mind. And so I thought it would be fun for me to also bring that to my sketch session so I can have even more practice working on the theme. This month's theme is not surprising. It is autumnal studies. So we are doing all kinds of like autumn based objects and things like leaves, pine cones, mushrooms, that kind of thing. And I thought it would be a good time to bring that practice here. So I'm not going to be rolling die. At least I don't think so. I don't have anything like a table prepared for this so much. I'm kind of winging this. We are off the charts here. We are in uncharted territory here. There be monsters. Uh, what I have is a variety of leaf pictures and leaves. Actually, I have the leaves right over here, but I took photos on my phone while they were still like fresh and vibrant. And I thought that would be a good one to start with, just kind of getting into doing that. It occurs to me I should probably maybe put these up on the screen so you guys can see what I'm seeing. So let me get my photos uploaded here so that I can put them up on the screen. But yeah, just been walking around just as we're going to and fro in the neighborhood. I've just been picking up um, all sorts of leaves and such, and it's been one. It's really fun. I like doing that. It's like picking up seashells at the beach. I like the the gatherer in me, the hunter gatherer ancestry. The gatherer in me loves scanning and looking for things and picking them up. I love it. All right, I even have a folder for art references. Look at me go. Okay, let me upload you here. Uploading, probably. Let me see if that comes over here on my computer. That is one thing I will say that I envy iPhone users for, or iMac, whatever Apple users, is their ability to airdrop between devices. Brilliant. Um, right on. I think I have my. Yep. There they are. Okay. Here are my references. Let me get this shared. Neat. The power of technology. Right. Can we see this? Yes. Marvelous. Marvelous. Okay. Do I go forward or backwards? Okay, forwards. Okay, well, here we go. Let me see if I can rotate these. Nope. Let me at you. You got any rotation for me? No? Okay, that's okay. We don't need that. So I have lots of different leaves here. What I actually did is, so there was one day where I gathered these leaves. And then the next day I gathered more leaves and I went ahead and took pictures of the old leaves as well so that I could see how they're starting to dry and crinkle. Studies, 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 all these options. And then, oh, this one's upside down. Don't love that. This is ivy. So we have lots of brick buildings around here that are covered in this gorgeous ivy, and they're all starting to turn right now, and it's so pretty. I had John reach up and like sort of gently pull on a couple to see if any were coming loose because they were falling. I didn't want one off the ground because there's a lot of dogs that pee in a lot of places in Chicago, and that's just the dogs. So I wanted one from the building if it was possible. Thankfully, my very tall husband reached up and just kind of found a loose one, like a Jenga tile. Okay. Well, let's do this one. Can I truly not rotate you? Let me make sure. You guys can still see it in this new tab, right? Probably not. I don't know. Okay. Well, at any rate, that's the reference. Truly, come on now. I would really like to rotate this. Let me download it, and I could probably do it from there. All right. We're saving this to art references. Wait, it's already saved here. I need to save it to my computer. Come on, Shelby, wake up. Wake up and smell the roses. Just throw it in my downloads folder. Okay, from here, I should be able to rotate it. Yes. Perfect. Okay. Let me change what I'm sharing so you can see the correct one now. Da, 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 da. Is it you? There we go. Aha. Yes. Marvelous. That's what I'm studying. Okay. Glad we got there in the end. We're trying something new. It's going to be a little buggy at first. So I'm going to grab my old trusty thingamajig, and we're going to do some gorgeous studies of these here leaves. Haha. I'm pushed off camera a little bit because of the sharing with the screen. No, not down there. Well, you know, we do our best. We're just going to be weirdly off camera for this one because I don't want to fuss with it any longer. My desk is a little bit of a mess right now because I've actually been cleaning the whole studio. Everything is very tidy right now, except for, like, basically this desk. My little eyedropper. There you are. All right, so we have greens. Boop, 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 boop. We have reds and oranges, obviously. And kind of a little bit of like maybe a purplish color or violet color in there, tinting it slightly. Okay, so let me get my pencil. You know what? I'm actually going to look at this. I'm going to rotate it once again. Oh! I didn't realize I could shorten the... Okay, first I'm just going to get a sort of base sketch here. Well, I guess first I got to put my date on the page. Always date your stuff, folks. Okay. Right on. So we have I'm just going to get the kind of basic positioning of everything. And then we have these little berries down here. One thing you almost never do. What's that? And then we have these little clusters of berries. I'm just going to do a general shape down here. Let's kind of maybe do a little bit of maybe sketch. Sketching with paint, kind of. Let's try it. Oh, date your pages. It's a good habit to get into because it's a really good way to like look back and see how far you've come. Because if you don't date it, then you have a vague idea of how far along or how long ago it was, but not like a very like super clear idea. There used to be a time when I was younger that I remembered like all of my drawings. Not like kept them in my head, but if I saw a drawing, I would be like, "Oh, I remember. I was mad about this, and I was, having a fight with my mom or my brother. Things when I was a kid." Um, and I lost that ability. That's not something I couldn't keep it all in my head anymore. Okay. Wreck your pages with your doctor style handwriting. You know, there's beauty in those little imperfections. I'm sure lots of people have thought that over the years, lots of artists. Okay, we're doing green for this next one. It's more of a yellowy green. Green gold. I'll go for green gold, so I can always deepen it. Ooh, nice, Ellen. It's good documentation. And then we have this little crunchy part of the leaf. Okay, and then our next guy, our next little leaf here. There's no stuff that's really happening in Chicago, as far as I know. Although now that I'm saying that out loud, that feels kind of improper, unlikely. Um, I will vote today. I will look it up and deal with it because John is very, I don't want to say he's very political, but he was political science and he worked in politics and everything. He worked in DC for a minute. So, like, he also is very passionate about voting and being patriotic in that way, helping the system and all that jazz. So am I. He's just way more. Um, and he would not let us not vote in an election. Okay, a little bit of a darker green going now. In fact, it really gets quite like almost purpley over here. Oops, I can't leave color room for the red veins there. Oh, oh well. Oh, this is actually more of a cool tone red. Yeah. Cool it down just a little. Oh, speaking of the Foxy group coaching circle, like I mentioned earlier, we're actually doing a not a speed paint, a painting focus session today from 11 to 12. It's kind of a body doubling thing, which I'm very excited about. Rock on, Linda. You know what you're going to be working on? Yes, that's the color I'm looking for. Hey there, Daring. Ooh, you're doing some watercolor and micron pen work today, Linda. Very cool. Yeah, Daring, I'm going for something a little different for this coming week. I'm working on some autumnal studies. Okay. Got some of this luscious color over here, too. Glad to have you. All right, let's get up here to our green leaves. Oh, I can hear someone doing vocal warm ups, and it's very funny. Exactly. Because I don't know if you could hear, but the sound they're doing is woo. like they're sort of doing a slide whistle thing with their voice. Halloween Ghost is pretty spot on. All right, I'm going to be adding some violet to see if we can get, well, see now, let's try. Interesting. Okay. You did hear it? I need that a little more purpley. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. So I am going to want to wrap up soon because this is definitely not going to be a quick one. Nature's abound with wonderful leaves right now, even here in the old city. Thankfully, I live in a very uh, leafy neighborhood, shall we say. There's a lot of great, big, tall trees near where I am. You know what? I'm just going to do colored pencil for the freaking veins. I'm not being very successful for like the at least the smaller veins. Okay, okay, okay. Linda, we're of the same mind today. Ooh. I think the stems are too thick. I should have used a thinner line brush. You know what I mean? All right, let me dry this. Oh, I haven't even done the little berries. Let me do little berries. They're like a really dusty blue. And then let's get a little bit of those roots, those clingy thingamajigs. That's what anchors the ivy to the wall. I say that, but all those blueberries are now wet. So let's not. Oh, that's still quite wet. Okay. Smaller little brush. Okay. Right. Okay, this is a fine, quick little 30-minute study. I'm not mad about it. It's not quite as full as I would have liked in terms of how much I actually painted, but it's a good start. I'll get faster as I go. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me. I'm going to hop off because we have a painting focus session here in about 20 minutes over on Foxy. So I will catch you all next time, which is tomorrow. All right, everyone. Have a good one.